Hospital building is exclusively for patients going through withdrawal. These young men are locked into dormitories for 3 to 6 weeks. Some will need to be dosed up on antipsychotics. With NGOs offering financial support and staff training, patients are given psychotherapy as well as recreational classes to enjoy. These young people have come out the other side, swearing Kush is now behind them.
I would like to tell colleagues out there that this substance that we do take, that they do take, because I'm no longer part of them now, because I'm now a changed person. This substance that they do take, that we call Kush, is not something good for their health.
But in the face of a highly addictive drug, willpower is not always enough for those being discharged. As resources for follow-up support remain low, relapse rates remain high. A few puffs is all it takes to end up in a trance-like state for up to an hour. The drug is called Kush, a potent mix of chemicals that mimics cannabis. In this smoke-filled room in a shanty town, young Sierra Leoneans have gathered to get their fix. Many are barely in their teens. At around 25 US cents a dose, it's a cheap and easy way to escape reality. Users can be identified by their extreme drowsiness and swaying movements. In the past few years, Kush has wreaked havoc on the lives of many young people in Sierra Leone, one of the poorest countries in the world.
They say I have to purge my body of this substance. Since I started smoking 5 years ago, my body is now addicted to this thing. I have to buy medication, but I don't have the ability to wean myself off it, so it's difficult for me.
Kadiatu started smoking Kush around 5 years ago. Now she resorts to sex work to pay for her addiction. Her body bears the scars of the violence she has suffered, roaming the streets to support her habit.
Man follow me for money before I buy the Kush. Then I get me skill back.
I let men follow me so I can get money to buy Kush. I braid hair too, but I don't do much hair braiding. Sometimes I go to the street to prostitute myself for money so that I can get what I want.
Ibrahim Karoma is a social worker. He thinks Kush is one of the most pressing issues facing the young people he works with. He often visits the hideouts where smokers meet up. On this day, Ibrahim speaks to around 100 addicts about the dangers of Kush. There are no official statistics and no studies that have been done on this growing problem, so the real number of people affected remains unknown. But Ibrahim worries. He has seen what this drug can do.
Young people are dying. Young people are dying. We need a speedy and refocused strategy to see how young people are taken from this drug intake. But at the moment, it is quite alarming.
In the face of a mounting crisis, the country's only psychiatric hospital is overrun with addicts brought in by their loved ones, hoping to get them clean. According to psychiatry resident Jusu Matia, at least 60% of admissions are linked to Kush addiction, but in the absence of tests, the figure could likely be even higher.
What we see in the hospital can be likened to the tip of an iceberg, where only the severe cases are being brought. But if you go down to the communities, if you go down to the parks, you go down to the streets, you go down to the ghettos, you'll find much more, people using these substances and the impact has been created on them than what we see here.
This hospital building is exclusively for patients going through withdrawal. These young men are locked into dormitories for 3 to 6 weeks. Some will need to be dosed up on antipsychotics. With NGOs offering financial support and staff training, patients are given psychotherapy as well as recreational classes to enjoy. These young people have come out the other side, swearing Kush is now behind them.
I would like to tell colleagues out there that this substance that we do take, that they do take, because I'm no longer part of them now, because I'm now a changed person. This substance that they do take, that we call Kush, is not something good for their health.
But in the face of a highly addictive drug, willpower is not always enough for those being discharged. As resources for follow-up support remain low, relapse rates remain high.
So I was shocked. I did talk very slow, and some of it is in English. So I want for talk me on my city. So I buy this pad yesterday. Around one. This was 1 a.m. Where I can open them. Una see, as I open them first, now I make a begin record. Because as I open the packet first, the thing looks suspicious. How the thing flop so ping one. It looked like it was shoved into the packet. Now open it. Look at them pad there. Each one get in your cover. Each one get in your packaging to show that not to even like bunch of leftovers then take them put here. The pad then dirty. This way then dirty. And the thing and they smell like it should be like hospital smell. I don't know if not that. I don't know what kind of smell something hospital. I'm not be describing, but hospital smell basically. And the thing they get. And they are hard, then dirty. They look used. Even they were not used, then get some kind of stain, either like water don't go and something. Can you see? This abaya is sealed. Na salon. So if it was shipped into salon, Standard Bigo they encourage every kind thing for shipping to the country. If it wasn't, if na salon they make this. Then look at me, the thing it disgust me. Why we na money back as and I do new voiceover for explain to her the way I feel. So I'd imagine person go buy this. People that will not care that much go say, okay, whatever, I might just use them. The risk where you they put yourself in for make you use this, the most delicate sign of your body, where you go they work almost so that side they get problem. Where you not even put there something dangerous. You they go put this kind of thing so give yourself all kind of diseases. Cervical cancer, all kind of infections. This thing at the tone. This is why I buy them. I go there today. If Nila go tell the lady say it's fake, make it left for sale. But una go yeri, I record them. Una go yeri when go tell me back say, na so then carry it and na so I buy them or just dismiss them. I just say make a share them for make people then pay attention. When you they buy you pads, pay attention. It just pisses me off so much because the reason it makes up for even the change, go buy other one day. Apart from the way you use. Now the time you need that another day. Nobody has money to be buying like piles of the one where you need you keep her. Where you need her, where you go to the shop in all day. In order not turn again or the shop lock or whatever the story is. So you just get for settle for what you see at the time. Same with Sunny Gal, I make people that left for use. So fake now. Now they not get no cotton cover series. Everyone where you buy and that plastic cover and they up there. It's either too light or it's too hard. And this is the most delicate part of our body. Can you